Welcome to Wendy's Colouring, and today is my favourite haul video. I keep saying I'm not going to buy any books and then I have a stack of books, so you know. Hopefully it won't be a too long a one. Let me shove it all out the way so hopefully we can get on through it. And I can show you a bit of a tour. These two are already on the channel, so I'm not even going to open them. But yeah, I did get this month Enchanted Earth by the Malpamini Chatspani G2, and obviously Alien Worlds, Kirby's latest book as well. Obviously watch the video with these two on if you want to see my thoughts on the lovely pages. I think all in all, I think I probably prefer this one. But I think there are some cracking pages in this one as well that I do really fancy having a go at. So they were definitely new onto my bookshelf this month. Then I have a few other books that are new to me this month. This one obviously has been around quite a lot of flips already, hence why I didn't do one this month. But Amazon by Polly Brun, I don't know. Colouring book Along the River, which is that bit, which I translated because I didn't know. This one I think is beautiful. I don't have the first one of these. I may get the first one of these, but I thought I quite fancy this one. It's something a little bit different to me. Again, there's loads of flips out there on YouTube for this book. I'm not going to flip through loads of it because I don't think there's a huge amount of point when there's so many, and you've probably come across it all already. But yeah, I thought this was really beautiful. It's not like anything else I have. It's maybe a bit leaf heavy in some places for me, but I do enjoy doing flowers, and there's obviously lots of tropical flowers and plants and things in this book that are all new to me, and like I say, I don't have anything like it. Quite fancy doing this passion flower on this side, but yeah, I thought I might learn something about some tropical plants that I've never seen in real life. Are these some kind of orchid? They kind of look that way, don't they? But yeah, I just thought, oh, little iguana. I'm guessing no. This is not my area of forte, but I do like some bugs and bits and pieces like that, and I thought it was quite a nice combination. And like I say, I like colouring flowers. When you're in the mood for it, it's very relaxing, isn't it? So I thought this does suit me quite nicely. So Amazon by Polly, don't know, Brun. What did I just say that was? Colouring book Along the River. But yeah, good quality, really nice book, a little bit different. Paper feels, yeah, pretty good. I'd be surprised if I couldn't get away with a bit of watercolour in there. So that also looks good. I did also get this little Japan art therapy book. I think it's by Hatchet, isn't it? I think all of these, yeah, Hatchet. I quite like that little Furballs book that I got, and I like the size of it in particular. And I bought that Women with Flowers book, the other Hatchet book that I got last month, thinking it was kind of this size, and then obviously it wasn't. So yeah, I was looking for another one of that size that would be a good chuck in my bag travel book, and I thought I do like a bit of Japanese visuals. So, and this is a mix. You've got some kind of patterny pages, you've got some more scenes. I don't think they're all my cup of tea, but I think there's enough in here that I do quite like, that I think, yeah, I like this book. There's a good chunk of things that I think are quite interesting. I quite fancy doing some of these oriental dragons. I think they're really beautiful. And obviously flowers comes through this as well. So yeah, and I quite like the kimono costumes and some of these more traditional scenes. I think they're beautiful. So I thought this would be a really nice book, again, for something just a little bit different into my collection. Haven't got a huge amount of things that look like this. So I thought that would be a nice addition. Yeah, and the paper I think in these is pretty good again. I've got away with actual proper watercolour in my Furballs book, so I'm hoping that this will as well. I'm not sure what these are at the back. Are they bookmarks? Yeah, I think maybe they're bookmarks, so you can fold them over. Then we've got tags, and then a bit of paper with writing things on the back. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is. Journaling? I don't know. It's probably telling you there, isn't it? But paper kit, anyway, of some description in the back of my Japan art therapy books by Hachette. Yeah, quite like that as well. Then, the other things that I have done this month, let me move those, is I've got a couple of books from AliExpress this month. Not bought books from them for quite a while. This one I nearly bought quite a few times. It has this lovely hologram section on the colour, which I think is pretty beautiful. This one, I've translated all of these and now they're all sticking together. That's helpful, isn't it? Flower Bride by Dada Cat, fantasy wedding dress book. I'm going to put that back in because I will lose it, and then when I come to colour it I won't know what it's called again. But yeah, this one I've ummed and ahed about a few times, but I thought, yeah, this time I'm actually going to get this one as well. I'm not sure if there's another version of this book, because I'm sure I've seen one with the cartoony characters on this side instead. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe somebody will correct me, but either way, I thought this was a really nice book. Ooh, it's a bit Egyptian, that page, now I'm looking. So there's all different styles of dresses, and yeah, I am a bit of a sad girl, and I do like colouring a dress or two here and there, so I thought this book kind of suited me. I don't know if I'll do them as wedding dresses. I might just colour them as I feel fit. Might need to crack the spine on this a little bit. They do these little hand-stitched spines, don't they? So normally they open quite well, but this back bit doesn't seem to be. Bizarre. Anyway, I shall continue quickly going through. Probably won't do all the pages because we'll be here all day with it. But either way, there's, again, I don't think I'll colour all of it. Some of them I like better than others. But just, yeah, when you're in the mood for colouring something fashiony, I thought this book might be quite a nice addition. And yeah, I quite like some of the traditional ones in particular, I think. But this is lovely as well. Just something a bit different, I think, is attractive. And obviously this one we could do in really bright colours, couldn't we? So, what does that say? Oh, I won't try and pronounce that. Coloured glazed light. Ali's saying because there's lanterns. It would complicate matters. But yeah, like I say, I'm not going to do them all in a particular colour way. I think I'll just do them the way I fancy doing them at the time. But yeah, I thought it was quite pretty. Something a bit different, again, into my collection. Yeah, I thought there was a version where these were coloured. But maybe I'm mistaken. But yeah, the fashion wedding dress book with the lovely holograms all over it. And then also from AliExpress, I'll try and link these because I know it's not easy to search on Ali sometimes, is Dream Girl, and again, I've done a translation because I knew I wouldn't. Bora Lee's Beauty Colouring Book is apparently what it says here, according to my translator. I'll put that in there, and I've still got it. This one, it's a bit strange, this book. It's quite different from anything else I've got. Let me crack the spine. But again, nice stitched bounding. Paper in this is absolutely beautiful. It's almost card-like, this book. It's probably, you can tell when I'm trying to fold these pages, it's really thick paper. So you've got some pages where you've got a coloured version, but not all of them, I think, from memory. But it's quite an unusual look to it, and that, again, I think you'll definitely get away with painting in this book, but you get like one random coloured one, so it is a bit strange in some respects. Gosh, this paper is thick. Let me try and squash this from further through. It does not want to turn. But yeah, I do like portrait now and again. I definitely like flowers. I like butterflies, though maybe this is pages a no, but you never know. There might be a day where I think, yeah, maybe I will go for that page. Bunnies, cute. Flowers. I quite like this as well for a painted page, it'd be lovely. But yeah, again, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I quite like a fashion drawing now and again. Can't help myself. I'm not sure these I'd probably do, but I definitely do these little vignettes. Is that the right word? I think they're quite nice. Getting up to a bit that doesn't want to open again. Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely thick paper. Doesn't want to turn even. Ooh, peacocks. Peacock feathers. Little peacock vignettes. That's cute. And then she's wearing a bit of the peacock. No peacocks were harmed in the process of making this drawing. Swans. Yeah, basically fashion and flowers and creatures. Oh, bit of gems is this description, but yeah, they're quite fashiony looking figures, aren't they? So interesting, I think. Definitely having a fight with it though. The paper is definitely good quality. Flick through the last ones. Oh, back to having bits already pre-printed, coloured. Random bit on her face. See, this bit does annoy me. There's no need, is there? It's not helpful. So that's just going to be difficult to work around. And then I'm not sure. I'm sure it tells you what these are, but I don't know. Oh, the little postcards. Look, there's the back of it. And then, oh, these stickers. Oh, colourable stickers. Now that I like. Stickers I can colour. Yeah, it's already pre-cut ready. So, yeah, that's cute. Dear, thank you. Oh, yeah, they're nice. Yeah, I like that. Again, I know it's not probably everybody's cup of tea, but Dream Girl. I totally forgot who it was by. But again, I will link it at the bottom if you want the ISBN. It is there. And then another one from Ali. It's a bit silly, this book. I think it's probably one of those love or hate books for most people. So, Dolly Dingles, I can't even say it because I'm an idiot. Dingles and Friends by Grace Drazer, Argo 9 Studios is what that little bit is all about. But yeah, I think it's one of those that some people might like, some people maybe not. It is a bit silly. This is I don't know if you can see, it's just a staple bound book, so it's a bit of a cheaper book. But the print on it is, as you can just about see, really beautiful print. So you've got a matte background and then the little figures and the text is all shiny. So it's quite interesting. They clearly do some other books, which I might be looking out for this one, because I do quite fancy that one. If I can spot it, and that might be nice as well, but I don't think I saw these when I was looking for books on there, so who knows if they're actually available or they're old ones. So this works in two ways. You've got these printed backgrounds and then you have the pages, so these are just example ones, but you have the same one as this page. I'm definitely not going to do them exactly the same, but if you wanted to take a bit of colour and inspiration, you've got that page. But in the main, it works like this, that you've got this kind of pre-printed wallpaper, and then you've got the actual drawings on this side on most pages. It seemed to me when I was ordering this, you could get this cover with different coloured stripes, so they seem to do this same book. They looked all the same to me, but they had different stripes in it. I don't know what the point of that is, but if you're looking for it, you might notice that when you come to look at it. These do remind me of being a kid, I've got to be honest, that these things were quite popular, that then you just cut them out and you used them on your little paper doll and you had all the different outfits. I'm not going to cut these out. You can see the print normally matches whatever the style is. If there is a particular style going on, they seem to have tried to do that. But yeah, again, it's a costumes book. I quite like colouring costumes. Thought it was quite cute. It was something a bit different. I don't know why this is supposed to be the UK. We all walk around dressed like sailor dolls or people in the army. We do that all the time. This is how we dress day to day. But it's quite cute. I do quite like it, and it carries on basically loads of these. I've missed a page there, sorry. Loads of these different costumes, headdresses, little bunny with a flag. It's just quite cute. It's something a bit different. Again, I know it won't be for everybody. A good chunk of you, I'm sure, will be like, what is that? No thank you, Wendy. But I quite like a little silly quirky book that's quite strange. Look at his costume. I'm liking it. Is that a hat? Who knows? Must be, mustn't it? It's got hands, but no head. Don't think I suppose you had to have hands in it, didn't you? Otherwise you wouldn't have hands when you put it in front of her. Not that I'm going to do that. And this is the Dolly has a doll. Where's the Dolly's dolls? You just go mad. Look at that dog. Cute kitty. But yeah, like I say, I suppose they're good if you just want to do little chunks of colouring as well. If you don't want to colour a whole page, don't think it matters with this. You could just do your base doll, come back and do a costume another day. I think that would also be fine. Got a bit of scenery here, starting to kick in. Terrifying dog. Is this Red Riding Hood? Is this the wolf that eats Granny? Maybe that's what's going on there. It doesn't look friendly, does it? Certainly. Are these hats? They look like hats, don't they, of some type? Halloween. Dress-up costumes. What is that? I've got to turn this the right way. That is horrible. I don't like that. Another cheeky bunny. Cute. Not so cute. Evil Granny. What other dog? And that's it. So yeah, like I say, it's not a thick one. It's just a little. Can't think of the word for it now. Pamphlet is not the right word. The paper in it is pretty good actually, considering you know, it is a cheaper book. Might get away with a bit of watercolour on it. I think it feels strong enough, but that's Dolly Dingles colouring book. Excuse the glare, very difficult to avoid it. From AliExpress. And then do I have another one from Ali? I've got one more from Ali, which is this one, which is called, I've had to translate quite a bit on here, Dream Trip, a magical colouring book that takes you into a dream world by, I'm not even going to go try and present? No, that's not the word I want. Read that out. I don't know. However you say that, I can't say it. I'm not even going to try because it would be evil to try. So this has quite a hard back, thick cover wrap. And I'm going to crack this open. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I don't need to. It's just that first page, I think, that seems to be stitched a bit funny. But yeah, I quite like this one. I thought it was quite cute. It's quite an unusual illustration style, but I thought it was a bit different, and I quite like it. Again, it's a stitched bound book. Paper is pretty good, pretty thick, and yeah, it's got some quite cute pages. They're quite big illustrations on a lot of these pages, which I do quite like. Sometimes you get a bit stuck in the detail, don't you, and you just want something a bit larger that's a little bit easier to complete. Does mean you can paint it a bit more, I think, as well, when it's a little bit larger. Sometimes when you get things that are just really tiny details, it can be a little bit tricky to get in there some pages. There's the odd bit that I'm not like that tree we've just gone past. I don't love this curly whirly tree. That's probably not for me. But I quite like some of the other bits and pieces, like that hat's drawn really nicely. Bizarre mushrooms, the faces on. This nice little hot air balloon delivering lots of letters. I love how it's like little stitched and got buttons on, and yeah, it's just, I quite like some of the details are really a little bit different, and just, yeah, I thought it was quite fun. The Dream Trip. Welcome Dream House. Cute. princess carriage and a toy box. Some bears. These they look like they're in a carriage of some description, don't they? Might get a bit more light on the situation. Oh, flying bunnies with their balloons. Nice little cake. Little houses inside some kind of case. Kind of look like gingerbread houses type things, don't they? They're nice. And then a boat with rabbit ears. Go like this little lantern. Daft characters. Piano. Some fancy drink. A little car. Did I just see a bear's head? Oh yeah, they've got little heads in the wheels, look. Oh, and a head at the top. Little bear's head at the front of the car as well. As I said, it's a little bit different, this book. Shoe. I have no idea what that is. Some kind of flower that has like a little dinosaur thing eating something in the middle of it. I don't know. Cake tree. Yes, please. But yeah, there are some pages that I think are a bit strange, and then some pages I really like. It's a mixed bag, but it is good quality. Look at like this as well. Sunflower. It's in some kind of musical box. But yeah, I think it's supposed to be a bit wacky because it's supposed to be a dream, I think. Somebody's dress has got some little characters hiding inside. Tea or coffee pot. Is that a cat? Her face kind of looks like a cat, but it's got a lot of hair. Teapot, a cup of tea. It's like some kind of tea party. Oh, and that is the end. I'm guessing this lady must be the illustrator that's on there. It's not choosing to focus very well, although it's not the best print, that little picture. But yeah, helps if I remember what it's called. Dream Trip, a magical journey. My last book from Ali. Then I've got a couple of books that I think I got this from Amazon. Noticed a few people are popping this up. I've got mixed feelings about this book, really. It's by Adriana Picker, is that? And I did just get it from Amazon. Again, this one will probably need it. And I think this book, for me, has some pages I really like, and then a good chunk of pages that I'm like, why? There's just too many of the same thing for me. Yeah, I'm mixed feelings about this book, if I'm honest. Like this, I think is beautiful. I'd love to do one of them. I don't want to do two of them. Not really. It kind of just feels like a reflection, but it's a doable page. But then we've got the same image, smaller and repeated. I'm definitely not going to want to colour this 3 times. So kind of for me, this page feels like a bit like, I'd do the bigger one. I'm not going to do the second one. Massive bit of blank space, but I quite like this. It's quite interesting. Again, I suppose I might just do the single and ignore that. I don't know. But it seems to do this quite a bit. Is that deliberate? So you can work on the other side? I'm not sure. Love this bird. Is it a kingfisher? It looks kingfisher shaped, maybe. I might colour it like it. But then this is that same weird plant that we had a couple of pages up. I'm not going to do this page. Water lilies, I think it's quite nice. It's a bit repetitive again, isn't it? But a water lily is like that, so I kind of think, yeah, I would colour these. I'd make myself colour the leaves, but it would be tricky. But I'm not going to want to do it again the page after, so I'd probably just do these ones and do the birds as well. I don't know. It has this repeating thing, which I personally don't love. Maybe you do. Maybe it's not me. This does nothing for me. Water lilies again. We've done it, haven't we? So yeah, this is what I mean. The drawings in this I think are lovely. I really like a lot of them, but I don't understand why they're repeated so much. Yeah, I don't like that element about it. This is nice. I'm never going to colour that page. This I might colour. I think that's quite cute. And that's enough of that kind of cherry blossom for me. I'm probably not going to colour that page. I like colouring a bee, but that's a lot of bees. I think I'd like to have had a bit of honeycomb or background or something behind that. I don't know. I don't think that's for me. These are more likely to be what I would colour. I think these are more interesting. Nope, probably not. Not particularly loving that either. And this is what I mean. There's some pages that I think are really lovely. I really like that. But yeah, I was a bit disappointed when this one arrived. I like some bits of it. I think this is lovely. I would colour that. And then there are like a few pages that I'm like, no. I like it, but is that the same as that we're just looking at? It is, isn't it? It's the same. It's the same thing, just smaller. And now we've got a black background and it repeated. I'm not going to colour it for the third time. Oh, cute. Might colour him. But he's got a lot of space, hasn't he? And this paper, as you can, I think you can just about see, it's quite see-through paper. So, and it feels quite coarse. I don't think we'd get away with watercolour on this paper at all, and that's a big space to fill in pencil, isn't it? So, what was on the back of it? Something you could... yeah, maybe alcohol markers, because I'm not bothered about losing that other shape. Don't know, again, that is the same as this. Now we've got some thistles, which the centres are beautifully drawn, really lovely. Got more budgies. Are these sunflowers that are in the background? It's also quite pretty. Massive amount of space left. I'm not sure what I think about these pages. But yeah, so I find this book a bit of a mixed bag, really. Like I say, these do nothing for me. I quite like these little pages that are like this. I think that's alright. I'm never going to colour a million budgies. It's not going to happen. Feathers. We seem to have a few feather pages, I seem to remember. Leaves that look like feathers. I might do him. He's quite cute. So yeah, there's some pages I really like. And then we seem to have those pages, like that is the same drawing, isn't it? Exactly the same. Just smaller and repeated. So yeah, it's got some beautiful work in it. I did an hour about sending it back, which is a shame really, because I do really like bits of it. Just this repeating, making smaller, I don't see the point of that. Mushrooms I like. I think that's the only page with the mushrooms on, isn't it? There isn't like a big version of them. I don't know. Depends what kind of colouring you like, I think, is the honest answer to that. There seem to be two different versions of this as well when I was looking at. I don't know if they're just reprints and they're slightly different. Maybe someone can let me know. But Where the Wildflowers Grow by Adriana Picker. My version, let's have a look when mine was printed. Because maybe, I would, but it doesn't say. Is it at the back? Oh yeah, printed information at the back. My version looks like it's been printed in 2016, so maybe there's an updated version of it, I don't know, but that's the version I've got of this book. I'm not sure what I think about it. Like I say, some pages I like, and I've kept it for the pages I do like, but it's on the cusp of not staying. This one I picked up in the Range, which is a big superstore that does crafts and homewares and things in the UK. Mindful Autumn Colouring, 22 designs to colour, tear off and share. I think they're just Shutterstock pieces, so if you can't find the book, you maybe can find the actual images. It has a glue bound edge, which obviously is not great, but the paper is super thick card, so I'm definitely thinking you can paint these. Yes, it will definitely destroy the spine, because glue bound, as soon as you get it wet, it's going to come apart, but that doesn't particularly bother me. There's not that many sheets in here, so it's not the end of the world for me if some of this comes apart. I've literally only just bought this, and obviously this is an autumn book, and as I'm recording it, we are just in spring. I'm in March, so, but I didn't care. I thought I quite like some of this imagery. Don't necessarily have to colour it autumnally, do I? I can colour it however I like, but I quite like some of the cute images here. Like I say, I think they're just Shutterstock. Ooh, thick binding's not helping. So they're probably available if you want to try and find them online. Look, I saw there was a mushroom page and that was it, I was in. And I quite like these little cute animals that are in here as well. So, and vegetables with faces, who doesn't like that? But yeah, I just found it in the Range, so I think there's quite a few of Ranges about in the UK now, so hopefully you can find it. This page I also really love, thought that was cute. Umbrellas, let's be honest, it's for any time of the year in this country. More mushrooms, cute foxy. More things with faces on. It's a bit basic in parts, but I kind of quite like that you've got some more serious drawings, some very silly, some quite stylised, ridiculously silly in some cases. I probably won't do the rain clouds, but I thought it was quite nice for a little cheap book. I think that's the end one. Yeah, it is. Little cheap book. I don't know if you'll be able to find it online anywhere, but there's the ISBN if you want to have a look, and the little website if you want to have a look there as well. You might be able to get it either of those places, perhaps, if you don't live in the UK. But Mindful Colouring, I think when I looked it was just Shutterstock. I think it was on the back here, but I did spot that it was Shutterstock. Yeah, all illustrations under licence from shutterstock.com. But it's Townhouse Publishing Limited. But I thought it was quite cute. Mindful Autumn Colouring. And then my last two books are from Amazon France. As you know, Colorya sent me the other two books in this little series, but they've never sent me this one. And this one, as far as I'm aware, has not been released in the UK. So I did get it from Amazon France. I think there were a couple popping up on UK Amazon, but I missed them sadly. So I did order it from France by Amazon France, which wasn't as easy as it sounds, because unlike all the other Amazons that just automatically translate it to English for you, Amazon France does not. So it was a bit more tricky to get these bought and paid for, but worth it nonetheless, because I do like this series. This one I have bought myself, they have not sent me this one. But I'll flip you through. I think this one is really cute. I'm really pleased that I've got it. Same kind of setup as before. You've got the spiral binding. You've got the card. You can join the Facebook group as per usual. All of that. But obviously this one is the first one in this series. And I think some of the images in this one are really cute. And plus I had to have them all. If I was going to have them, I've got to have them all. Look at him, he's having a little bath. Why has this dog got human legs? Or is there half a human in this bath? Because they're very much people feet, aren't they? Not dog feet. And that almost looks like a dog arm. But clearly this is a dog, so who knows? Is there someone else in this bath? I think maybe there is. But either way, it's quite cute. I don't know why he's got a giant mushroom over his head, but I like it. Mrs. Bunny, the seamstress, doing a bit of sewing, also like. Honey shop with some birds stalking it, they're going to break in. Mouse with a little house. Turtles, tortoises. I'm thinking because they're off and not in the water, they must be tortoise. with their little house. More mouse house. It's the only trouble with this thick paper. It's really difficult to get hold of. Cheeky frog on top of a mushroom. Another frog on top of a mushroom. Lovely little duck on top of some mushroom houses. Some more mice. They look like they're in their kind of garden room. Doing a bit of tidying up in there. Who knows? Like their swing chair. It's going for a little bath. And his lovely bath, the frog. Having a kip. Afternoon snooze amongst the plants. More snoozing. That also looks very comfortable and cute. Little dog. Like the hat. Oh, it's raining on them. They're also very cute. But yeah, it's very much my kind of book. Silly little cute characters in foresty kind of scenes. Cute ducks. Was definitely getting added to my collection. Got the other two, needed the first one because it's just too cute not to have it. There's so many little characters in it. I shall speed up because I'm taking all day, aren't I? But yeah, oh, that's that same mushroom again. Is it supposed to be part of the roof? Maybe that's what it is. Ooh, sliding, sorry. If only my dog dried herself, that would make life a lot easier. Instead of just shaking all her rainwater on top of me. Pig's doing yoga. I like it. Oh, that has not gone over the spine. And is that the last one? Yeah, I think that's the last one. So I've just got wonderful little world. In nature, light creates the colour. In the picture, colour creates the light. Little quote. But yeah, I got this from Amazon France. I couldn't see it on any of the other Amazons. I could see the image on UK Amazon, but they didn't have any stock. So yeah, it has. If you want this one, I think you have to go to Amazon France to try and find it. It's not the easiest to find. As I was ordering this one, I also thought, well, there's no point just ordering one thing, is there? That's silly. So I did order this one as well, which is another Colorya one. This one is called, I've had to write it down because I didn't know the translation, Night Fairies. I'm going to put it back in there. I didn't really know what to expect with this one at all. Again, I've just bought this myself. I've managed to squash the spines though somehow. I don't think they've got a bit squashed in Journey, but this one I think is up and down for me. There's bits I really like, there's some that's maybe not my cup of tea, but there's enough in here that I'm glad I've got it. Usual thick cards, got a few black backgrounds in here. This I really like, quite looking forward to working on this bit. I think this is the only bit I'm not loving, but do something interesting with colour, it'd be alright. There's a few kind of portrait-y pieces in here, and then it kind of does other things as well, as you'll see as we get going. But I think, yeah, I'm quite pleased with this one as well, really. I think it's quite a nice book. With some interesting little fairy characters. It's just my kind of thing, really. Sweet, bit silly. Bits that I can decorate and go to town with, in their heads and in their costumes. Just, yeah, suits me quite nicely. I think that strawberry punching into your eye would be a bit annoying, wouldn't it, though? Did you put that strawberry there? Oop. I'll try and go a bit quicker. It's easier said than done because they're hitting my computer that's in front. Which obviously I don't want the monitor falling over, so I may have to catch it again in a minute. So as the front of the book gets weighted, putting too much weight on the front. Oh, we like this page. Mermaids. And Mr. Mermaid, whatever they are. I'm sure you're shouting it out the screen now, aren't you? Wendy, you're an idiot. I can't think of it. I'll know it later when I think about it. But now, oh, dragon. Now, he looks a bit sneaky, doesn't he? What's he up to? Can't turn it. This is the downside of this thick paper. Sometimes I cannot get hold of it. Oh, you've got tentacle legs, lady. Yeah, there's definitely something going on with your hair as well there, love. And I think that is the last one. So, yeah, Fairy Fantasy, also by Colorya, but again, from Amazon France, for both of those. And those are my last 2 books this month. Not actually gone too mad. I suppose there was still for a few, wasn't there? The other things I bought this month, not actually bought that much this month. When I bought that little cat book from Amazon Japan, I did also buy, and I bought that little bunny book as well from Amazon Japan. See, I haven't shown those, but I have bought those this month. I also bought these little 12 pastel sets from Holbein, watercolours. They are just little 5mm tubes. They are very cute, but they are very small. I think that's the thing to bear in mind. What I'm thinking is they are beautifully cute. They are the same size as my Schminker, can't remember what they're called now, super granulating ones. So if you've got these, they're very similar sized tubes if you have a look, so that you've got a better idea. But they are only little 5mm tubes. What I was thinking when I've got these, obviously I want these for the colours. I use my pastel Holbeins in my pencils quite a lot, so I thought actually it'd be quite nice if I had the matching colour in paint for some sections sometimes. So what I'm thinking is I've got some little watercolour half pans from when I was making my watercolour left over anyway, so I'm thinking I'm going to put all of these actually in a half pan, let them dry out and use them that way, because I think I'll use them more this way. I think I'm finding that I've had this a month now and I'm like, oh, but look, they're too beautiful, I can't use them and I don't want to waste any of them, and that's no good for me. I've got to actually work in them. So I'm thinking I'm going to actually empty the tubes into some quarter pans, and I've just bought myself another big tin from I think she sells food containers on Etsy. I'll try and link her, but this was the last, she only had one left in stock when I ordered this one. But I'm thinking I'm going to have these in little quarter pans in this tub. I'm going to have these, because I'm doing the same with these as well. As you can see, I'm like, oh, look at them, they're so cute, I can't use them. That's no good for paint, is it? I've bought it to use it. So I'm thinking I'm also going to pop these into quarter pans, so I'm building up a palette. I've also got, let me get it, oh, excuse me, my last box from Sketch and Story. Sadly, she's stopping doing her subscription, which I'm quite disappointed about, because I've quite enjoyed these little subscription boxes. She always sends something a bit unusual with it. She has a nice little theme. There's no point me showing him because she's stopping. This was the last box she's done. But I also get a little watercolour. I've got a few bits and pieces of watercolour that also I'd like to put in this tin with these other ones as well, because these obviously aren't metallic, and currently I've been still keeping them in my metallic tin, which is not ideal. So I'm thinking I'm going to put those in this tin that I've got as well. And then I've also got this month a few Karen pens, so thankfully, yay, a new deco brush, pigment white, because mine's run out. And then I think the others, oh no, that one's also a pigment one. This one hasn't run out. Antique pink, I have already got one of those, but and then two, I think these are the metallic, yeah, metallic permanent markers. They've also come in this box, and a lovely bit of tea and a little postcardy. You're the queen of my heart. So yeah, that's my last little sketch and story box. I've got some little stampy. Oh, they're like, are they stickers? The plastic on the back, I don't know if they are stickers or not. Perhaps I should have read it. Vintage stamp stickers, yes they are. So I've got some little vintage stamp stickers. So yeah, I'm very sad to see the end of this box really, because I really quite enjoyed the little watercolour boxes. Built up a few different bits of watercolour, tried lots of different pens that I didn't even know existed, so I've really enjoyed that side of it. And getting a art box that's got some different things in, for me, I've got quite a lot of stuff, as you can probably imagine. So yeah, it was a really cracking little box for me, this. I will really miss it. And sadly, just before she told me that she wasn't doing these anymore, I thought, oh, I'm not really using very much of my stickers, so I'd already cancelled my Sticky Club subscription, and then this one's cancelled as well, basically. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed. Anybody know of another watercolour-y subscription box in the UK? I think I've no doubt there's some in America, but the shipping is, ooh, ouch, too painful. But yeah, anybody know of another watercolour-y one in the UK? I'm not sure there is one, but never mind. Anyway, I'm going to squeeze my tubes into these. I might do this next, then I've made myself do it. And I think that's pretty much all I've got in this month. I have got my usual scroll box, but I think loads of people open a scroll box, so I won't rush spend much time on my scrolly box. Basically, I've got a pad of multi-mixed media, and then I've got some tubes of acrylic 3, System 3 acrylic. I've got to be honest, I don't love System 3. It dries quite shiny. These are probably going to go to school. I've got a really chunky pen that is Mark It All, so I'm guessing it's solvent based. And I've got a nice brush, so the brush will be useful. It's not been the most successful month for me for this box, but yeah, I think they're probably going to go to school, and I'm not sure what I'll do with a pen this chunky. That's probably going to go to school as well, because they'll use it up. Mixed media pad, that's staying with me. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I've not bought much else this month, only stuff that I really wanted, like those I thought were really lovely. I quite like the, I bought Derwent pastel watercolours, but obviously they don't quite match my pencils, so I thought these would be a good match, and they are beautiful. I've had a nosy at the pink and thought it was lovely, so really pleased with those. But yeah, that's all my ins this month. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to ask me some questions if you feel the need, if there's something I've missed. I'll try and link what I can in terms of the books. I'll try and link the French ones. Oh, I'll have to sign back into the French one. My French is not that great. It wasn't the easiest, but it's quite doable. It is quite doable. And I have to say, the shipping was pretty quick, really. I think it was about 3 or 4 days from France to UK, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you're doing something wonderful with your colouring today. Bye bye.